Hi babes, and welcome to readings for the week of October 3rd. This is going to be part 1, so we're going to have here Aries through Virgo. If you're looking for the other signs, be sure to check out part 2 on my channel. Hope everyone had a great weekend, and if you like what I do, be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out my description below to figure out how to book your own readings if you want some more one-on-one attention. And otherwise, we're going to jump right into it. We are pulling out of some retrogrades right now. Mercury just ended and is stationing direct, thank God. So now we only have like 5 planets retrograde, which is still a lot. Let's see what Spirit has for Aries this week. What guidance Aries might need. Let's see. All right, my Aries, we got spiritual union, number 2, very nice. All right, we have recognition and reward, love it. And 7, choose wisely. All right, Aries, I'm feeling like a very positive, successful week for you this week, and not for lack of hard work. So I'm gonna go with like the last 2 first. So recognition and reward, like seeing you really get what you want work-wise, whether that's money, status, moving up in your career, just really feeling fulfilled in that aspect of your life. And then we have spiritual union too, which is reminding us that our relationships are a mirror of what we have going within, or wounding that we haven't fully processed. So we're beginning to see that in our relationships and kind of have this like balance of power, shift back if it's been like too much in your favor or too much in someone else's favor. And I feel like that was coming up last week for you. So this cycle is like continuing through October that I'm seeing, and you are reclaiming your power over someone that you've like given it away from. And these might be like things unspoken too, like maybe roles that you've been in or particular dynamics that you've just been like really drained by, are kind of like coming to the end of their karmic cycle. Okay, then you have choose wisely, number 7. So this one I'm seeing kind of being presented with a couple different options you can go, or directions that you can go in. Maybe you're offered a new career, or it's a position that's like out of your state. So considering a move, considering maybe more travel. I just see a lot of movement here for you, but it's all for the best. So definitely lean into that and kind of trust your gut on what you want to do. Know that we're like I said, still in a couple retrogrades. So if it's not clear for you right away, sit on it. Don't rush it. There's no urgency here. You have all good things coming to you. You're not gonna like miss out on the right opportunity, Aries. So love that. That's a great week for you coming up. Next up, we have Taurus. Let's see what Spirit has for Taurus the week of October 3rd. What guidance, what messages Taurus might need. All right, one more full tour. Oh, these are like big deck splits. Okay, 15, temptation, nice. 0, new beginnings. Taurus. 5, financial and material changes. All right, Taurus, I feel like you've had a lot of shifts coming up this year and a call to action, but maybe been resisting that a bit on your end. And we have the temptation card here. So I feel like these retrogrades really like kicked your ass, for lack of better words. You have been totally just like binge eating in front of the TV and scrolling on your phone and just like really distracting yourself from what you have going on. And I know that's because you're like going through big shifts. So some of you might be leaving relationships, starting relationships, completely changing your family dynamic. I'm seeing for some of you if you have little kids involved. So there's a lot of shifts going on and a lot behind the scenes. Even like, I feel like even though you're drained by it and maybe have been distracting yourself a bit, things are still changing regardless. Like you have 0, clean slate, new beginnings. So ready or not, these changes are coming into your life, right? And I feel like that's why you're distracting yourself a bit. But Spirit wants you to be really mindful of those distractions and make sure they're not like it's giving you like in the moment relief, but then long term you're like, oh my God, now I have all these things I haven't processed. And when stressors come up, you're more reactive than you would like to be, Taurus. And I just got 444 foundation. So you know, make sure like you're being really mindful of like the karma you're putting out in these dynamics and their relationships that are ending, beginning, shifting. Like okay, people might have done you wrong and things might not have worked out, but like, what are you putting on the table right now? And like, is that really the reflection of what you want to put out in the world and receive more of? And then you're going to have financial material changes. So this with the household shifts makes a lot of sense, right? You were either like in a dynamic where you were like splitting a space and now you have to be on your own, or vice versa. So you're going to have dramatic changes in that area of your life. Just something to kind of be aware of, be prepared for, and know that it'll just take an adjustment period. It's not the end of the world. All right. Next up, we got Gemini. Let's see what Spirit has for Gemini. I'm sure y'all are happy Mercury is not retrograde because y'all got rocked. Being ruled by Mercury. Okay. We have Crown Chakra number 7. Hope card 17. All right. And 7, stand your ground. What the fuck? Okay, 7 is like a number of luck too and abundance. So that's nice because there's a lot of like heavy energy around you right now. Okay, so I feel like this is like your last stretch, Spirit is saying. Like you have been in this cycle for a while and it is your last stretch. Like putting your foot down, being honest with yourself about what it is that you really want, not being wishy-washy anymore, Gemini, like really bringing and manifesting into your life and putting to action like the things you've been saying, like actually doing them. So Crown Chakra is going to be at the forefront for you this week. Take your time to meditate, take your time to check in, journal, breath work, whatever it might be. Really connect with source as much as possible, whoever that source is for you. And strengthen that connection. It's really going to help you get through this transformation, because I feel like you're really clinging right now just because you're scared of the what ifs, even though you know where you're at is not where you want to be. Then we have the Hope card, which is reminding you in times of darkness to remember your light, remember that this cycle is not going to last forever, to continue to power through, that like you're just going to continue to be challenged till you get back on your path. And like Spirit has a way of doing that. Like we are off path, so it keeps like nudging us and nudging us and nudging us and pushing us to be more uncomfortable so that we finally fucking move. So it's time to move, and it's time to stick up for what you want, Gemini. No more playing. Luck is on your side too if you actually do these things. Okay, next up we have Cancer. Let's see what Spirit has for Cancer this week. What guidance, what messages for baby Cancer. Okay. We have 9, material harvest. Yay. We have 3, rejoice and celebration. And then 19, light. Cancer, this is like a fire ass week for you. You're just like, I feel like you're feeling yourself this week. You're feeling emotional, but in a good way. Just really like grateful, thankful for the people in your corner. Feeling really supported by certain people. I also see this shift in you. I don't know if you've been like looking for support by specific people and they haven't been able to give that to you. And you're almost like continuously like wasting your energy when these people are showing you who they are. So now you're finally shifting into being like, okay, but these people support me and this is what I want to lean into, right? Let's stop focusing on like who is supposed to be there for us and focus on who is there for us, right? You can spend the rest of your life focusing on what should be, who should be doing XYZ, like that's rooted in the vision that you have of a particular person or a particular way your life is supposed to be, and not the reality of it. And that can really be detrimental. So I see that shifting in you, Cancer. I see you being more opening to your heart to the people that deserve it, and that is just going to grow the love and abundance in your life, especially material harvest. 9 is ending, so you're really stepping into a fruitful time in your life. This week you're going to be, like I said, celebrated by friends and just like really feeling good about yourself. So this is like one of your best weeks that I've pulled so far, Cancer. So definitely enjoy it, live in the moment, like receive those gifts. Receive, Cancer, why not? All right, next up we have Leo. Let's see what Spirit has for Leo. What guidance, what messages? What does Leo need to know this week? All right. Let's see. We have 17 Hope card. Are we all like down in the dump the doodles? 3 Partnerships and Alliances. And then 8 Accelerated Motion. All right, I see you coming out of like, I mean, it's not a dark night of the soul, but it's kind of like a dark cycle, a dark thought period, grieving that you've had before kind of resurfacing for you. This could be family. This could be loss of a relationship. There's just like kind of another layer here. So it's not like this end all be all, you're going to stay in this place. And I think that you know that, Leo, but just a reminder from Spirit, like, this is coming up for a reason. There's something here you still need to release from this person or situation. There's still this expectation that you're holding on to that they are not going to fulfill for you, right? So how can you move through those emotions? How can you tend to your inner child? How can you bring that attention back to yourself? Like, the things that we seek from other people are things that we were missing somewhere along the way. And in reality, like, you can't keep going to those people to fulfill it, right? I feel like this has been a long-term cycle for you, but, you know, lean into getting the support that you can, especially with partnerships and alliances. Like, there are people there to support you. You might actually get an unexpected, like, connection this week in terms of business, where you could collaborate with somebody, or just kind of like even like a business mentor, like really feel guided and supported in that way. So if you get any synchronicities or someone new coming into your life that feels really aligned, kind of lean into that, Leo. See where it brings you, because then you have accelerated motion. So it's like really great things are going to grow in abundance, especially as we push through these retrogrades. And just know that this darkness is kind of like your last little shed to open up that opportunity for you, right? Like, sometimes we have to purge a little bit to clear a little more space, especially if you're feeling stagnant work-wise. I think this is like the thing holding you back from moving forward. All right, last but not least, for part 1, we have Virgo. Let's see what Spirit has for Virgo this week. What guidance, what messages Virgo may need. Yo. I just saw 1222 and all I've been seeing is 222 and I'm a Virgo. Change, motherfuckers. Hasn't there been enough change? I don't know. Okay. Virgo, we have throat chakra number 5 lit. And then we have prosperity begins number 1. Then we have 5 wisdom. Okay, 5's on deck here. Virgo. I gotta look up 515 later. All right, throat chakra, prosperity. So there's been a lot weighing on you from the past, and I'm seeing you finding a way to process it, finding a way to open up and just clear these emotions. You're doing much better at, like, I feel like you're not particularly carving out the healing time as much, and you're letting the healing just come to you. So that's something like Spirit is really pushing and promoting, like, let there be healing and almost like this meditative awareness throughout your everyday life, right? Like, you don't need to carve out like a certain amount of time every day or whatever, but just like, how can you bring this like conscious awareness into everyday things that you're doing? And like really purge some trauma that's coming up for you, because this is like a great period. So I feel like you're going to use your words and your wisdom to kind of teach and guide others, especially with this 5 card and the throat chakra. We also have the solar plexus is always highlighted in this card for me. So your experiences and the things that you've overcome, the more you process and like can vocalize and share those, the more you're going to like heal through them. So for some of us, this might be speaking. Some of us, this might be writing. But I do feel like the speaking is obviously with throat chakra more aligned, or even just like talking about these ideas with the people close to you and then getting them on paper, like whatever your process is. But the prosperity begins, like you've planted seeds, you've done so much hard work to cultivate the life that you want. So know that it's coming for you, and know that all that you've gone through is like part of your higher path. Like it's leading you down this process of like teaching others, guiding others. So it's definitely like something you're going to be thankful for. I know that sounds like such toxic positivity bullshit, which I hate, but you will be thankful for it. You will feel more secure in your being, which is all that we really want, right? So that is part 1 for the week of October 3rd. If you like what I do, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Check out my description for more info. If you like my little peach teas, they're also up on my site. And if not, I will see y'all next week. All right, take care.